Hi guys.
Welcome back to
Shut the Smut Up. Did you just see our little head bang? Like at
Did
the
we
same
both
time?
do that?
Shut this. That was great. Oh,
I love it. What are we talking about today?
we're talking about this shit right here
Powerless.
by Lauren Roberts. Yeah, Lauren Roberts.
Okay, what did you think about it? Oh, actually, side note, I listened to the full audio of this.
I listened to about 40% of the audio and then read the rest.
Okay. I feel like we have been meaning to read this book for quite a while, and we just kept pushing it off.
Yeah,
We didn't mean to, but I'm going to be honest with you, we were kind of in a Kindle era, and
I
because
still am.
it like wasn't on our Kindles and we bought the physical versions, we both just kept like pushing it off.
I'm still in Kindle era.
Yeah, it's so convenient.
So I have a physical copy. Then I got the fucking Audible.
Because I made him. I was like, you have to listen to the audio.
And then I was like, I just want to read on my Kindle. I need to keep up my streak. So then I purchased it on my Kindle.
Yeah.
Was it worth 3 copies? No.
It was still really good though. I understand.
The last 40% of the book was good.
I think I enjoyed this book more than Dallas. I was driving. I was just busy, so I've kind of been in my own little audiobook era too. And so it's narrated, I believe it's by Chase Brown and Cicely Bednar Schmidt. And I don't know how I remembered that. I just did, I guess. And it was worth it just to listen to Chase Brown play Kai.
I would agree with you.
I think I made like a video for TikTok and I was like, the chokehold that this audio has on me, I was loving it. I felt like, and I really liked the narrator for Peyton too. And I felt like it was just so easy. Like there wasn't a ton of world building, so it was easy for me to listen to and be doing other things. And I think it did make me like the book a little bit more.
I would agree with you on the male narrator. His voice is very, very sexy. I loved it.
So, especially the banter, like when he would like pipe back at at each other.
So me listening to about 40% of it, right, or whatever I listened to, then picking up the Kindle edition, I could hear his voice. Whenever it was Kai, yeah, I could hear their voice. But I don't know. The first 60% of the book, just
you weren't feeling it, and I could tell.
It was because of like the hype that was around the book.
There's a ton of hype,
and
I feel like that's why it took us so long too.
Or just I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I mean, I was reading it and I was into it, but I couldn't it didn't catch me until the 60% mark, which was the second trial, and then that's when it was like, okay, here we go. Let us begin.
I just loved the first chapter of the audio. I feel like I just enjoyed this a little bit more, which I feel like that's just the fun of reading is everybody's going to have a different experience.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Should we read what it's about, or would you just like to explain what it's about?
You can read what it's about.
Okay. So, only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of Ilya, the exceptional, the elites.
The magical.
The elites have possessed powers for decades, gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Ilya and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Peyton Gray, an ordinary posing as a psychic to blend in with the elites. But when she unwittingly saves one of Ilya's princes, Kai Azar, she's thrown into the purging trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elite's powers. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will, if he discovers what Peyton is. Completely ordinary. To be honest with you, I really wanted just a little bit more from the trials. I wanted them to be a little bit more brutal.
I could agree with that because they really don't interact with anybody else but themselves.
Right. And I was wanting more. I even felt like I wanted Adina in the book more. I felt like Adina was supposed to be this kind of bigger character, like it's her best friend, you know what I mean? And she just wasn't there. But that's also the novella is about Adina.
Correct.
And you find out what Adina was up to, but so what did you think about Peyton's character?
Well, I mean, she's ordinary. There was a couple.
She
Honestly,
is.
I don't really have like much to say about the book. Like I said, it didn't really capture me until like 60% in, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's
Um,
just more of her like getting to know Kai.
correct.
Don't you
Yeah, I
think?
would. I would assume that. Like,
But I enjoyed it. It's like I'm having a hard time because when I read it, I loved it. But then like looking back, I was like, I can't tell you much because I just can't tell you much. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. Like, the book really is based around Kai and Peyton getting to know each other, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I, I feel like I really liked their relationship after the second trial. I feel
Yeah.
like when they were in the garden together and they
It
were just.
makes me wonder if you're going to like the second book more because
I've
I
heard
listened
that
to
a
it.
lot of people don't like the second book as much as the first.
But you could be one of those
The
people
people
that
that are
do.
opposite, correct? I don't know. They're just. I felt like there were things that were missing, right?
Mhm.
Like the very first ball, right? Like Kai is already like obsessed in a sense with
Yeah.
her, right? And you know she's brought Adina to make this dress for her,
Right.
and we're so excited for her to show it off.
You're like
We
waiting
don't
for,
get that entrance that we
yeah,
wanted
that big reveal.
because all we see is Blair coming down the stairs with Kai, and then to Kai, right?
Yeah.
And then they walk away over to a
Do you get that
table.
the second time though?
No,
Why did I think that
it's
you
the
did?
third.
The
It's
third.
it's the
Okay.
third one, but it just would have been so well, and I just feel like it would have went so well with the book
Yeah,
if
like a grand
even
reveal.
with Kit seeing her, right? It didn't have Kit notice her or like any of that.
How did you feel about Kit's character?
Kit, I felt like was a little more of a pushover,
Mm-hmm.
obviously because of his father,
Right.
and
I mean,
but
Kai's been through some shit for
yeah, well, I
sure.
mean, his dad is cutting him open and breaking his bones and all that
There's some
shit.
torture going on.
So Kit is obviously going to be more of like your golden retriever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about what in book two with the way book one ended. Which honestly, I literally just finished this book. Like,
Today,
yeah, today, like an hour before I even came over here.
I was like, please listen to this. Please start this because once I did start it, I think I did enjoy this book a little bit more than you.
oh,
But I think
I
it
would
was just easy.
100%
It
more.
was an easy book. I feel like if you're like looking for like huge world building, like some sort of epic world, it's not necessarily that, but I loved it for what it was.
And I wouldn't even consider this a romantasy.
I
Not
can,
at all.
I feel like
Well, I mean, there is romance, but
it's it's okay.
there's
This
not
is
even a
technically,
kiss.
yeah, but this is like YA, but this is slow burn.
I've
Like
seen some YA.
slow burn. Like
No,
the
what
lead
what
up.
is slow burn is Diana and Sam Kill. That is slow burn.
Yeah, that's more of an adult book though.
That is okay. I've read some YA books that are pretty freaking.
This is on the younger side of YA, I would say, as of right now.
I guess
I did
it's just fantasy for me.
I did enjoy the different powers, and Kai has a really cool power where he can basically like take on other people's powers.
If he's within the vicinity of
Yeah, and if he's in the vicinity. And like I said, it's hard sometimes when I've read the second book when we're talking about the first book because I have to try not to bring it up.
Anything.
Yeah. All in all, I did like this. I don't think that this even is. I wouldn't even put a chili pepper next to this.
I wouldn't put they don't even kiss.
No,
There's
I
like
wouldn't.
almost a brush of a kiss, and then
I was like,
an Imperial like
me
shows up and
more.
is like, "Oh, hey, your dad needs you."
I was like, no,
And
no.
you're like, oh, okay.
But I like also love that because I was like, it was like, come on, let's go, come on. I was like ready for more, but I felt like sometimes like those little breadcrumbs keep you going a little
A
bit.
kiss would have been just perfect.
Yeah, it would have. I agree. But
So,
I did really like it. I did really love the banter. It was like a next level thing listening to the banter. I liked that. Like they were just always going back and forth.
I would agree. part of me wishes in the audio side, right, that they were talking to each other, that she was always doing her
Yeah,
Paige's
it was a
voice.
dual POV. Oh, like a dual POV for like, so if it was Paige's chapter, she would do the male and the female, or Kai would do the, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So I
So
wish that it was she was doing the females and he was doing the male and they were talking to each
yeah,
other just to have it flow better. But
I did. It did make me giggle because I've never listened to a male narrator before, and there's a part at the like during Kai's first chapter where you meet the cook, and his voice for the cook, I was like, oh, I was like, that's so funny. So it kind of made me giggle and stuff. But I'm excited to see where this series goes. Yeah, I can't wait for you to finish the rest out to see what you think. But I liked it. I thought it was good. I think I'm more ranging because of the audio. I probably would give it like a 4.5.
honestly, I can't remember what I gave it. I gave it a 4.25. That last 40% really boosted it up because I was going to rate it between 3 to 3.5 at first. But that last 40% really,
Really did it for you.
yeah.
I feel like with you saying that, I'm interested to see what you think about the next one.
Well, you'll find out.
Yeah, you better start it here soon.
It's already started.
Oh, you did start it?
Yeah.
Great. How far into it?
Chapter 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, basically haven't started it then.
I've started it. I
It's
read the
fine.
first line.
I listened to the audio and I did enjoy it. But I did find myself sometimes just being almost too busy to like enjoy it because yeah, anyways, we'll talk about it when you're done. Okay, well that's all for now.
Yep.
Be sure to like and subscribe and we'll catch you next time.
And just, yeah.
Bye guys.